Okay, we have 6.6, and we're looking at question number 30, which is negative 0.5.532. So this is asking us for the inverse matrix. So this is matrix A. So in order to find the inverse matrix, we take A and we add the identity. And after row operations, we want the identity on the left. So for this particular one, I'm actually going to write the identity, which is, oh, sorry, I can't get my pens back. There we go. Which is 1, 0, 0, 1. And then over here, we're going to have our inverse, and this will be our answer. So for this matrix, I'm going to change these 1/2s to fractions because it's easier to see what to multiply by. And then we're going to add a 2 by 2 identity. Okay, so in order to get rid of these fractions, you multiply by the denominator. So I'm going to take row 1 and multiply it by -2. So the only thing changing is row 1. So I'm going to keep row 2 as it is, and then multiply. So -2 times -1/2 is +1. And I did it. I got my first number in the identity. Remember, this is the goal matrix. So check, 1 and done. Okay, second one, -2 times +1/2 is -1. -2 times 1 is -2, and 0. So even though our goal was just this one number, the rest of the row follows. So now I can use that 1 to get this 0. So think of the opposite of +3 is -3. So I'm going to use this 1 and multiply it by -3. So -3 times the 1 in R1, and then I'm going to add row 2, and I'm going to now change row 2. And we'll bring it down here. So row 1's not changing, I'm just going to write it as is. And then -3 times the 1 in row 1 plus the 3 in row 2, well, that equals 0. And that's what goes here. And that is my second number. Check. Done. But remember, the rest of the row follows. So you take -3 times the -1 plus the 2 in row 2. So that would be +3 plus 2 is 5. And we would continue all the way across. So -3 times -2 plus 0 is 6. I'm writing out the work. Sometimes that helps if you're not sure where all the numbers go. So 0 plus row 2, which is 1. And then once you've finished a row operation, it really helps to go back and look at your goal. So now I can use, I have a 0. I like to go for the 1s first because that helps us get the 0. So in order to make this 5 a 1, I'm just going to divide everything by 5. So row 1 stays the same. And then row 2, I have my goal, I have my 1, but everything else gets a little messy. Now here I have 6/5 and 1/5. But now my last step is good. I have to add these together. 1 plus -1 is 0. That's going to give me my last number. So row 2 plus row 1, and let's put that into row 1. And I'm going to need a calculator because we have fractions. So let me open up my calculator, and I'm going to use the TI-84. because that's what you can use on your test. So the first two are quick. 0 plus 1 is 1, and remember row 2 is not changing. I'm going to leave it. And then 1 plus negative 1 is 0. Yay! The second ones are the fractions, so 6/5 plus negative 2. So 6 divided by 5 plus negative 2. And then math, enter, enter gives you the fraction. So negative 4/5. And then 1/5 plus 0 is just 1/5. So this is the inverse. Negative 4/5, 6/5, 1/5, 1/5. And then you can put that in your calculator as well to check your work. So if I go to second x negative 1, I get a matrix. And I'm going to go enter that 2 by 2. Oops. 2, 2. And we get negative 0.5, 0.5, 3, 2. So if I quit back to my home screen, I'm going to go to the matrix and pick A, and I want the inverse, so negative 1. And then I can hit math, enter, enter, and it will give me fractions of that as well. So that's right, that's our inverse matrix. So we did it by hand and with our calculator.